Hi Cancer, and welcome to your reading. This is going to be a quick tarot reading asking Spirit what is the full moon in Sagittarius leaving you. At the time that I'm filming this, it is June 14th, so the full moon has well and truly ended. We're in the waning moon at the moment, and we are experiencing the after effects of the Sagittarius full moon. Now, you are a cardinal sign with a lot of watery energy. Your ruler is the moon, so full moons do have an impact on your Cancer placements. Speaking of Cancer placements, this video is intended for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, or those who have strong Cancer placements in their natal chart. Let's have a look. Spirit, what is the full moon in Sagittarius leaving Cancer? What is the full moon in Sagittarius leaving behind? Oh, leaving behind for Cancer. That's interesting. You've only got 4 cards, but that does make sense because you are the 4th house. So to me, I feel like we're getting some symbolism here around your strengths. I think that the full moon is clearing a lot of emotional baggage so that you can focus on your strengths. But let's tune in. All right, Spirit, help me divinate messages for Cancer. What is the full moon in Sagittarius leaving behind for Cancer? So the first thing I'm being called to is these numbers. The number 5 and the number 8 could be significant to you. This 8 energy feels as though what we're leaving behind is rushing. The full moon energy was supposed to help you slow down, and you're supposed to feel more grounded. On top of that, as you move forward now, you're being given the opportunity to ground some things that you previously couldn't either focus on or you previously couldn't connect with. These are exciting opportunities. These opportunities may involve traveling, and these are also things that help balance out your mood. They're things that you either enjoy doing or things that you've procrastinated on. And now you have the chance to embrace these opportunities and to really either finish what you've already started or to get something off the ground, grounding your passions, your desires, your frustrations, and ultimately just keeping momentum going in areas of your life where you may have previously felt stuck, stagnant, or frustrated. So it does feel like you're having more energetic balance as the full moon wanes. And this cycle is really preparing you for new beginnings. And the new beginnings that you're likely to experience, Cancer, within the next 30 days are about following through. It's either a new beginning within a current cycle, within a current chapter, or it's a new beginning that feels like it's adding on to the progress you're already making. And so stepping into your birth month, if you're a Cancer Sun, July, for example, is very significant for you because it feels like things are coming to a head. That is your end of the year and start of the year. And all Cancer placements feel this, even if you're not a Cancer Sun, because Cancer season for you represents the start, it represents the end, and it represents that from an emotional place because your sign has these leadership qualities from a cardinal aspect or mode. You guys do seem to treat Cancer season as an opportunity to feel more in charge of your life and to either strengthen relationships you already have by nesting with people who are significant for you and making sure that you're not too busy at times when you just want to be with people that you love and care about. Or if you're not nesting, you're selectively ticking off the goals that you need to in order to feel more rested, more at peace. It's like these things are weighing on your conscience. And so right now, as the full moon ends, it's leaving you with the motivation to do these things. And you may have already planned to have these moments in the next month. You may have already made plans to either finish something or get something back on, on the road, or do something that had been procrastinated on, or it just wasn't a priority previously. Now you have the chance to. With that being said, let's have a look at the Five of Swords now. So this is supposed to be a quick reading. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these cards. I do post on this channel whenever I can, but I have a main channel where I offer pick a group readings. If you want to be notified of when I do post on this channel, make sure you subscribe. And I'm going to do my best to post more regularly on this second channel. So the Five of Swords for you, Cancer, is the same as everybody. It represents a change in action and behavior, which involves us standing up for ourselves in a situation where we feel like other people are judging our behavior, or other people are doing and saying something that goes against what we believe. And so in this situation, standing up for yourself and standing up for what you feel is right can also feel like it's distancing you from a social group. And this could happen within the workplace for you, because I'm feeling a connection to your work environment. You guys may be trying to advocate for yourselves and say no, but, or yes, I will do this, but. And so it kind of feels like a debate. And it feels like the full moon is ultimately bringing you the clarity and then leaving you with the tension, because you can't forget. So something happened about a week ago, or it's been happening for some time, but a week ago during the full moon, the clarity came to light. The conflict came to light. And the full moon is leaving you with that tension so that you can address those issues instead of pretending they're not happening. Sorry, I'm just wiping my nose. My nose always runs when I'm channeling. Instead of pretending it didn't happen, and instead of putting yourself in the same situation and having to do something that you don't agree with, you don't believe in, it either conflicts with your values or it just conflicts with what you think is right and wrong. You think this is wrong, you're not going to stand for it. The full moon is leaving you with this pressure to say something, to do something about it. And that's where the Queen of Swords comes into play, Cancer. You are playing decision maker. You're in the judging role, and it's not too extreme. You don't have to worry about everybody else like a King of Swords. But with the Queen of Swords, you need to worry about yourself. The full moon in Sagittarius is leaving you with the pressure to make decisions about yourself that are in your best interest, that are well informed, which could involve you asking more questions, interviewing people, doing more research, gathering more information first. And then you have to come to a decision. Now, the Queen of Swords to me is actually very intelligent, intuitive, and has a good instinct. Even if she doesn't have all the facts, which is quite rare because the Queen of Swords makes it their business to know everything, she's still able to make a decision off of her experience, off of her intelligence, and off of her instincts. And so ultimately, this is a very powerful energy to be in. The full moon in Sagittarius is leaving you with the confidence, with the wisdom, and in some cases with the foresight to make decisions that are in your best interest, that protect your future, that are considerate of the things that are important to you, and that may involve some big picture planning, because the Queen of Swords is ultimately a big picture card. This is the type of energy that asks us to look at how everything is happening around us, and then we got to figure out, well, how do we fit into this? What do we need to do to secure our success, to protect our interests, and to ensure that we're being respected in the places that we exist? And so this card is about honoring yourself, ensuring that those around you know that you're a queen, you need to be treated a certain way, and following through with certain consequences rather than pretending things didn't happen. The queen needs to have the right amount of reaction for the actions. So I do feel like you're either cutting off people's heads here because they weren't being respectful, or you're choosing to remove yourself from environments and you're cutting off communication, you're cutting off access because you just didn't feel like you were being respected and that your best interest is elsewhere. So these are big decisions. Remember that this doesn't have to happen quickly, but the pressure to act is there. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't waste time doing this. And I wouldn't be surprised if it involves blindsiding a few people, because people aren't expecting you to do this, Cancer. But it's a well thought out decision. It's something that's going to bring you a lot more peace. It's going to minimize the amount of conflict, tension, and arguments, or just overall disagreements that are happening around you. And it's going to help your conscience feel clear. You're going to feel like you're getting that balance that you need. You're finally able to put energy back into this area of your life that you haven't been able to invest in. And that's why we have the Ace of Pentacles, because ultimately all of this is happening so that you can have your new beginnings. The full moon in Sagittarius is leaving you with this optimism about your future. And that's why Sagittarius is so important to this full moon. The sign of Sagittarius is trying to create more freedom, more flow, ultimately just create, trying to fill our lives with more of a creative flow where we are not just feeling inspired, but we feel motivated. We feel like we need to do this. And instead of waiting, instead of planning, we just want to do it. And for someone like you, with your Cancer cardinal placements, this is all you needed to make some serious moves. And so you're being left with the opportunity to make some changes that have long-term effects to your career, to your finances, to your family dynamic, including your lifestyle. And ultimately, these are going to be positive influences on your health. Now, it is an opportunity, it's not a promise. So you have to turn it into what you want it to be. But it is starting as a fresh opportunity. It's neither positive nor negative. You have the ability to turn it into something long-term, something sustainable, something healthy, and also something that could be very materially successful for you, either because it improves your health or because it improves your money, or it could improve both by giving you that lifestyle that you're actually needing now. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If that reading resonated, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you have time. Subscribe to be notified of when I post in future. And if you have any other placements, I will be finishing off this series in the next couple of days. Thank you for your time, Cancer. As we part ways, I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Bye.